Today I'm going to show you how to do my grid back framing system. It all came about after I'd made my first standing wool or Quillie rug, and it was made to go on the floor for people to sit on, not necessarily to walk on. And the first person that saw it said, I'd like to see that on the wall. So then I was challenged with, how do I hang it? The first one was glued, and I think even if it was stitched, the weight of it would be as such that the bits of material would separate and it would all fall apart. So we needed something to be able to hang it. So I'll just turn it over. This one's already been stitched. The first ones I didn't actually stitch the back, I just did the framing system on it. Now what you will need is some lovely garden lattice, and I've grabbed this one out of the garden. You'll also need, now this is called Clever Closet. It's a hanging track, so it's like a system that you would put into your wardrobe and you would hang things off it, but it's really handy because it's good and solid, and it's got these holes over the top. You can buy it in various lengths. This is quite a long one, and just get it cut down to the size that you need. I got a professional to do that, I couldn't do it myself. And we have a cable needle, and no knittings involved, but I'll show you what we do with that later. Okay, here we go. We put the lattice on the back, like so, and I have some wool thread. Just make a little knot in the end. And what we're going to do is sew the back of this garden lattice to the artwork in a grid fashion, hence grid back. Doesn't matter where you start, although I should stress you're going to want to thread this into the lattice. So you're going to first find whereabouts you want it to hang. So I'm thinking that's going to work pretty well. So we'll line it up with that. Okay, so that's the strip that will be threaded. So you don't want to sew any of these, but you want to sew everything else around it. So we'll do the top and bottom part of that first. When I first started doing this, I was doing like a blanket stitch, so it all looked, kind of neat. It wasn't too bad, but later I decided I actually wanted to back these, and and I just do it with wool blankets, so you don't need to be that neat about it. And now I just do a whip stitch, not even a very neat whip stitch, just enough to secure everything. So you're gouging your curved needle into the wool as far as you can, and because this one is glued, I'm going to feel if I'm hitting glue, and I won't be able to go down that far. But the glue's kind of up near the top anyway. So we're just going to keep going along like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a wool yarn you're using. You could use like a carpet yarn, polyester. It's really just to secure it. And you can see from the way I'm stitching here that it's not going to be supported from here and all the rest hanging. Each little square is supported within itself, making it the gluing far more secure in the long term. You'll be pleased to know as I'm stitching this that the outside bits you won't see at all, but we'll get to that in a minute. Just got this last little bit to go and we're done. And there's the stitching finished. So what we have is your grid back framing system with this section still unstitched, so you can thread your clever closet through. Now, don't use your good scissors, get your gardening scissors, and we're going to snip around the edges. And there it is, all neat and tidy. Now we can thread our clever closet through. Now you can get cord, or you could get some of those little A-frame art hooks, and you can attach them to the holes and hang it. And here's some other ones that I have prepared earlier. You can see that I've already backed this one with a blanket. There's the little art hooks that you can use, or you can just put some cord through. I tend to use this cord because if I'm carrying them to an exhibition or a show, I don't want them cutting through my hands, and this is just a nice comfortable cord to have through it, and it hangs perfectly fine. If you're wondering what the cable needle's for, if this bit was big and it was hanging on the wall, you would find that these bits up here would flop forward, which is why we use this. And by threading it through, you go behind the lattice, behind the wall hanging system, thread it down as far as you can, and that will then stop it from flopping forward. There you go, grid back framing system. Thanks for watching my video. If you would like to see more, click the subscribe button. If you would like to support making these videos, you can donate via the button on the banner of my YouTube channel. You will also find my social media links there.